The Philippine Stock Exchange is the only equities exchange in the country. It is one of the oldest stock exchanges in Asia, tracing its roots from the establishment of the Manila Stock Exchange in 1927 and the Makati Stock Exchange in 1963. The two exchanges were unified in 1992 to form the PSE we know today. The PSE is a venue for companies to raise capital for business expansion. More than 280 companies are currently listed on the stock exchange. The PSE also serves as the marketplace for investors looking to invest in equities. Stock investments have the potential to grow over time through price appreciation and dividends. The PSE helps maintain a fair and transparent market through its continuing disclosure requirements for publicly listed companies. Meantime, its independent subsidiary, the Capital Markets Integrity Corporation, oversees and regulates trading participants. Investors who would like to invest in stocks will need to open an account with any of the PSE-accredited stock brokerage firms. Visit the PSE website at www.pse.com.ph or follow our official social media accounts to know more about raising capital and investing in the stock market.
We put your future first. Backed by the Metrobank Group, First Metrosec provides the best service through different tools and platforms. You can invest in multiple assets in pesos and US dollars. Diversify your portfolio with the country's leading managed funds through FundSmart, and gain access to the country's best trading platforms through web or level up with Pro. Plus trade anywhere with First Metrosec Go. All this and more through the trusted and multi-awarded First Metrosec. Easily open your account today.
Hello everyone! Magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to our special webinar entitled The Power of Technical Analysis Enhance Your Strategy with PSE Equip. I'm Isha Bakiran from PSE's Market Education Department, and I will be your host for today's webinar. Pag-uusapan po natin ngayon ang technical analysis at kung paano natin mapapatatag ang ating investment strategy sa tulong ng PSE Equip. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced trader, this session will guide you in understanding market trends, indicators, and charting tools to make well-informed investment decisions. Of course, napaka-importante po ng ating topic for today, kaya naman join us in the next few hours as our wonderful guests discuss more about our platform and its features. All right, so here are a few reminders before we start our program. Number one, this webinar is recorded. Only the speakers and their presentations will be visible throughout the session. Number two, please ensure that your internet connectivity is stable and refrain from opening multiple browsers or downloading any programs to avoid disruptions during this session. Number three, your microphones are disabled. However, this should not affect your ability to listen to the speakers. Please remember to check the volume control of your device. And of course, last but not the least, we enjoin everyone to actively participate during the live Q&A segment. Participants in Zoom may type their questions in the Q&A box, while Facebook live stream reviewers may type their questions in the comment section down below anytime during this webinar session. We have a set of panelists backstage as well to answer your questions in the Q&A box. So don't worry, because after the presentation, we will be taking some of these questions live. Of course, a disclaimer also, guys, we would also like to remind you that this webinar is for educational and informational purposes only. This should not be construed as professional, financial, or investment advice, of course, or any kind of recommendation from the PSE. Okay, bago natin simulan ang ating webinar for today, let's have a quick poll survey muna to get to know each other better. Are you guys ready for your first question? Well, for our first question for today, gaano ba tayo kadalas nag-i-invest? Everyone, please answer our question here in the polls. Letter A, palagi. Kapag kumikita o sumasahod, ay meron na agad tayo nakatabing pera for investments. B, minsan, pero I make sure na nakakapag-invest ako once in a while. C, bihira kapag may extra na pera lang. Or D, nako, hindi pa ako nagsisimula. Very relatable naman po yan, guys. So everybody, please answer the questions down below. All right, we'll give you a few minutes. Okay. All right, let's check the survey, guys. Survey says, okay, so majority po ay palagi. All right, good job everyone. Pag kumikita o sumasahod, ay may nakatabi na po agad tayong for investments. It's very, very good that you guys are into that, and we're so happy that you guys are very much interested in investing. For our second poll question, familiar na ba kayo sa konsepto ng technical analysis? Letter A, never heard. Paki-explain, please. Or B, newbie here but willing to learn. Or 3, medyo but I need a refresher. And of course, last, yes na yes. So let's see, guys. Everybody here, let's see your answer for the second question of the day. Okay. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay. Survey results show that majority say na medyo, but you need a refresher. And some say yes na yes. Okay. We are so happy for people who are eager to learn more about technical analysis. Kaya naman gusto naming malaman ang sagot sa question number 3. Bakit gusto mong matutunan ang technical analysis? Letter A, para maintindihan ang market trends and patterns. Wow, very studious. B, para mapalawak ang ating kaalaman sa trading. Or C, para makaiwas sa malaking pagkalugi. Sino ba naman ang gustong malugi, guys? All right, answer. 3, 2, 1, let's see the results, guys. Okay, let's see. Oh, wow, majority para maintindihan ang market trends and patterns. Very interesting, of course. And second to that, para mapalawak ang ating kaalaman sa trading. Actually, kaya natin to ginagawa ngayon, guys, because this webinar is for every one of you and for every reason that you have if you want to learn about technical analysis and, of course, how we can help you do that. So, guys, thank you for answering our poll survey. Ang tanong ko ngayon ay ilan na kaya ang kasama sa ating live this afternoon? Participant check naman po tayo dyan. We have a total of 157 live attendees on both Zoom and Facebook Live. Congratulations naman sa atin. Hopefully, mas dumami pa ang ating attendees in the next few minutes. And of course, to everyone joining us right here, right now, thank you for choosing to invest your afternoon with us. All right, if you guys are ready, I think we can actually start with the first portion of our webinar. You guys are ready to start off. Our first speaker will be giving a general walkthrough of PSE Equip's features, of course, to help you have a better grasp of the platform and how to use it. We have no less than the project champion of PSE Equip, who is also our data solutions officer here at the Philippine Stock Exchange. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Ms. Angelique Perez. Hi, Angge.
Hello, thank you, Ishi, for that wonderful introduction. So let me just share my screen first. So hello, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. I'm Angelique and you can call me Angge for short. So I'm from the Capital Markets Development Division under PSE and the project champion for PSE Equip. I'm here to tell you about the excitement around PSE Equip. So let's see what is the agenda for today. Okay, so we will be first talking about what is PSE Equip and its features. Second is what can you gain when you subscribe to PSE Equip Premium. And lastly, the difference between free and premium. So may mga nagtatanong, ano ba yung PSE Equip? So Equip stands for Equities Information Platform that serves as a tool for investors or starting to invest pa lang sa stock market. The objective of this is to help you invest using PSE Equip. And ayun lang. So a short background lang on PSE Equip. Recently, PSE launched the premium version of PSE Equip last January 6. So it's a paid subscription which has exclusive offers which will be discussed later on. So ano yung mga features ni Equip? So let's find out. Start tayo sa homepage. So, una yung makikita sa top portion is the current status of the market. We have here the trading view chart for PSE and all shares, the top 10 movers, gainers, and losers. So when you click view more sa market activity, you'll see the latest list of active movers and gainers and losers. So when you go back sa homepage ulit, so you'll see the My Portfolio. We also have here the tree maps to help you visualize the market performance. So when you click the View More here sa Sector Index, you will be redirected sa indices, which features the PSEI and sector indices. And at the bottom of the chart is the OHLC prices or the open high low close. So when you scroll down pa, you'll get to see the index constituents. Yes. So back again tayo sa homepage. We have the Refinitiv Stock Reports Plus sa trading ideas, which I believe is very useful daw sa mga investors natin. So currently, nasa Refinitiv Stock Reports Plus na tayo. And to continue, so when you click on any company, the report will be automatically downloaded. So let me just share you the sample report from Refinitiv as one of our content partners. Okay, so here's the sample of the report. So let me just give you a quick rundown kung ano yung makikita sa report. Sa taas ay makikita yung latest stats of the company, average score highlight, and yung IBES mean, or what they call it, Institutional Brokers Estimate System. So price and volume charts, business summary, or yung company background. We also have the indicator components, peer analysis, and peer companies that are in the same industry. Ayan. So next is we have here the latest disclosures and dividends from the listed companies. Going to broker activity, we have the broker ranking, which you can see the value turnover and the number of trades of each broker. So for per broker data, you can search like a specific broker. And then here are the companies being traded. So you can switch between total or regular market. So in the company list page, you'll see the latest companies. When you click this button sa yung download listed company directory, you will have an automatic download of the whole list na naka-display dito sa presentation. Also, when you click on any company sa buong Equip, you will be redirected to its company profile. So another thing is you can search the company here sa search bar. So ano naman yung makikita sa company information? This header shows the short name, the sector and subsector, the last traded price, and the instrument type. Lastly, the OHLC prices of the company. So when you scroll down a bit, you will see the advanced chart by TradingView, which will be discussed later by Sir Efraim from TradingView. So chill lang muna kayo dyan. And you can also track the company's key ratios, income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow, basically company's performance sa fundamentals. So going to industry analysis, we have the price performance, price volatility meter, the speedometers for valuation and past performance, and dividend. So you will see here the peer-to-peer comparison. So for market depth, you can see the trade. So each publicly listed company has its own broker transaction. So for example, these are the top buying and selling brokers for BDO. So those are just some of the tabs na nakikita sa company information. So then here are the latest disclosures from different companies as well. So we have here the various tools such as portfolio and watch list, screener, so you can use it to filter different data. And last ay yung chart, which allows you to compare different companies. So these tools will be discussed later by Sir Aaron. So stay tuned then. So anyway, may mga nagtatanong ano ba yung edge ni Equip compared sa other platform. Of course, this was launched by the Philippine Stock Exchange, providing reliable and accurate source of data. Second, sa free version pa lang, we offer a wide range of features na, but sa premium version, it provides advanced tools and insights, offering expanded features at a lower cost compared sa other platforms na nasa market. And last is that Equip offers educational resources like Stock Reports Plus and advanced charts na nakakatulong sa ating mga investors. For beginners, I think this will help you improve your financial literacy and make confident investment choices. Kasi nga, you can invest confidently with PSE Equip. So ito na yung difference ng free versus premium. Okay, kung first time mo mag-register sa PSE Equip, we have a 30-day free trial and you will have an access to all of these features. So here are the benefits for premium subscriber. What I have showed you kanina was just a glimpse of what PSE Equip Premium can give you. So you won't be experiencing a 15-minute delay kasi you have a real-time market data. All of the features will be available real-time and also the advanced features as well. And that's it. Thank you for staying till the end of my presentation. And I hope may natutunan kayo. Please stay still till the end of the webinar kasi si Sir Aaron and Sir Ephraim will be discussing some features. So take it away, Isha.
All right. Thank you so much, Miss Angge, for that wonderful presentation. Let's give Miss Angge a virtual round of applause, guys. All right. I'm sure na mas maalam na ngayon ang ating mga viewing investors about PSE Equip and its very useful features. All right, ngayon na medyo mas familiar na kayo sa pag-navigate ng ating platform, it's time to get down to business and learn more about the complex features of Equip. Kung ready na kayo, ready na rin ang ating second speaker for this afternoon. Our second speaker is the growth manager at TradingView. He brings a wealth of experience in driving business growth and strategic development. Prior to his current role, he served as a team leader for corporate and buy-side groups at the London Stock Exchange Group, as a relationship manager for market intelligence at S&P Global, and as an account development executive at American Express. Now pursuing his bachelor's degree with a focus on marketing management, he is here today to provide us with an overview of PSE Equip's TradingView charts, key statistics and tools, and of course, everything else in between. Give it up for Mr. Ephraim Jerusalem. Hi, Sir Epoy. Hello, hello.
Hello, good afternoon. Magandang hapon po sa kanilang lahat. And to the 184 sa Zoom right now, magandang hapon po. So again, thank you for the warm introduction, Isha. So and for joining us today. Again, my name is Ephraim Jerusalem, but you can call me po Epoy as my nickname. So I'm the first growth manager based here in the Philippines, of course, dedicated to supporting the Philippine market. So it's a pleasure to be here with all of you to showcase the powerful features of PSE Equip and how the TradingView Advanced chart can help you make more informed investment decisions. So allow me to share my screen. All right. So as a matter of introduction, again, I'd like to introduce the TradingView Advanced chart widget. So TradingView is one of the most powerful and user-friendly charting platforms available today. So it provides you with a vast array of tools, real-time data, and customizable features to help traders and investors analyze market trends. So this particular widget po can provide you a lot of features and functionality. So you can get interactive charting or with multiple technical indicators. You can also have advanced comparison features to analyze multiple assets, customizable timeframes and chart types, and of course, seasonality trends and deep historical insights. Now, we're going to explore these particular features in detail. Okay. So on this particular session, we'll be covering all of these topics. So I'll just breeze through the slides here. So we'll be covering the symbol search, symbol comparison, time frames, chart types, indicators, seasonals, technicals, symbol info, and fundamentals and statistics. Now let's go now to the PSE Equip platform. So let's discuss first the symbol search. So ito po yung pinakamadali na feature na sa PSE Equip. So it will give you quickly find stocks, cryptocurrencies, or even forex pairs. And efficient symbol searching is essential for quick market analysis and timely trading decisions. So actually, there are multiple ways on how you can search for symbols within the PSE Equip. So method number one will be going to the search box here. There. And then you can use the search box with the magnifying glass at the top of the home page. You can just enter a specific ticker or asset or symbol, and you can find it here in the registered symbol within the PSE universe. So for example, I'm going to search for ALI or Ayala Land. There, it will automatically provide you with the information about the Ayala Land, and of course, the advanced chart widget. So option number 2 naman po is when you can navigate again to the home page by clicking on the tools here and select for charts. And then pag nandun na po kayo sa chart, meron pong drop-down menu dun sa upper left side of the chart, and you'll find a drop-down box containing a list of symbols. So make sure lang po you have a handy list of symbols na, kasi ang nakalagay lang po talaga doon is yung mismong symbol. So or either memorize nyo na po yung lagi nyong ginagamit na symbol. Okay? So madali lang naman po siya yung symbol search. Next, of course, the symbol comparison. So symbol comparison overlays multiple assets on a single chart for easy performance comparison. So it helps identify market correlation, opportunities for pair trading, and performance analysis. Now, paano niyo po gagawin yan dito? For sure, yung iba po sa inyo na nagagawa na to, or madalas nyo na ginagamit, but this is also most helpful sa mga beginners pa lang na gumagamit ng advanced chart widget. So, paano nyo po gagawin yung symbol comparison? We have the plus symbol here, okay? And you can already see the compare or add symbol. So, pag click nyo po yan, it will allow you to search for a particular another ticker. So, since nahanap na natin kanina yung ALI, maghahanap na naman ako ng parehas niya na type of asset na pwedeng i-compare. Same with under the property segment. So I'm going to search, for example, SM Prime Holdings. And at this time, kabisado ko naman siya. So SMPH. Pag na-click mo naman siya, and automatic na po siyang lalabas. Okay? And of course, you just need to close that window. And there you go. Lumabas na po siya, na-overlay na siya, and being compared na with the Ayala Land. Okay? So, madali lang naman po siya. Okay, next up would be the time frame. So, time frame refers to the intervals represented by each candlestick or bar on the chart, ranging from minutes to months. So, adjusting time frames helps you, as a trader, analyze market movements clearly, whether short-term or long-term. Now, makikita niyo po agad yung time frame sa taas ng chart. Here. So, by default, nakaset po tayo sa daily time frame. Kaya po nakalagay dyan ay D. So that's for 1 day. However, naset ko na po siya earlier to 1 hour if I'm interested to check for intervals per hour, for 30 minutes, and for 1 minute. So you can just toggle each of the options that you already pre-selected. Now, paano niyo po siya gagawin is just to go to the drop down. So we have here minutes, we have hours, and we have days as an option. Okay? Madali lang naman po siya talaga lalo pag gagawin niyo po on your end. Okay? Now let's go to the chart types. Let me delete this first. Okay. Okay. So for chart types, these are visual representations of price movements, each suitable for specific analysis styles. So bakit siya importante? So different chart types actually enhance clarity in identifying market trends and trading opportunities. Now, paano niyo po makikita yung mga chart type? Given na rin po siya sa ibabaw ng ating chart. So we have here different charts on top that's already been pre-selected. However, if you want to choose for other chart types, you can just go to the drop down here. And you'll be able to see all of the chart types. As a PSE equipped user, just to let you know, you will have access to 12 different chart types that I'm showing to you right now. So you can take advantage of the features that will take your trading and investing to another level. So, and this will help you definitely in allowing, new ways for research and follow markets. See? Yeah. So currently, the ALI, we're using a candlestick chart. Okay. So this particular candlestick, kaya tinawag ng candlestick kasi mukha po talaga siyang kandila. Kasi meron siyang, may mga wicks po siya per stick. Okay. Just to let you know, chart types provide crucial insights into market trends. Candlestick charts are some of the oldest charting methods developed in 18th century in Japan pa. So the first time that they use it is to analyze price movements in the rice market. So candlestick patterns often reflect sentiment through their visualization of price dynamics over a specified period. So as of the moment, candlestick charts are widely used in technical analysis along the line and bar charts, and is also considered one of the most informative tools in the financial industry. So again, you can choose different chart types here. We have this bar chart. We have this area chart, and you can also check for high-low charts. So this can highlight the range between high and low prices. So depende na lang po yan kung ano pong gusto niyo makita. Depende po talaga sa analysis ninyo. Okay. Now let's go to dividends and earnings. So I'm gonna go ahead and change again to the candlestick kasi yan ang aking go ahead. Okay. All right. So dividends and earnings rather are financial indicators presented visually to help traders and investors like you quickly assess a company's financial performance and return to shareholders. So again, alam niyo na to, by definition, dividends represent the portion of a company's profits distributed to shareholders. So this is usually given on quarterly, semi-annual, and annual basis. So makikita niyo po ang dividend dito. If you hover your mouse, makikita niyo percentage ng letter D. Okay? When you click that, it will provide you the particular information yung kung kailan na-issue yung dividend na yan. So it appears again as a small colored icon, typically labeled letter D. And then hovering over the dividend icon displays the details like dividend amount per share, dividend date, and yield percentage. Okay. Of course, you can also click this bar for more ALI dividends. And for earnings naman po, again, the earnings represent the company's net profits after deducting all expenses, taxes, and operational costs during a specific reporting period, usually quarterly or annually. So makikita niyo naman po yung earnings if you hover your mouse again to the letter E icon here. And here you'll be able to check of the earnings as of Feb 20, 2025, period ending December 2024. Okay. Now, how to view these earnings? Madali lang naman po siya, top bottom of the chart. But if you want to get more details of the earnings and dividends, you can click the icon here for more ALI or for more information about the financials. But later I'll be going through the fundamentals and statistics on the last slide. Okay. Now, the next topic that I'm going to cover will be indicators. So indicators are mathematical tools applied to price and volume data to interpret market condition. So you can already see the indicators on top of the chart. So it can help you search for a particular indicator that you would like. For example, we have the moving average or even RSI or relative strength index. And you can select to add them to the chart. So if I'm going to select this one, it will already appear here as a line graph. Also, just a line, yeah, more like a line graph. So, paano ba ginagamit itong mga indicators na to? So, number one, to identify trends. Going to close this one. Indicators like moving averages, so this one, help traders like you determine whether the market is trending upward or downward. Second, it can also help you measure market strength. So tools like the relative strength index indicate if an asset is overbought, likely to or oversold. So if I'm going to search for the relative strength index, it will appear here down below of the chart. Okay. Another another ways kung paano ginagamit ang indicators is of course assessing volatility. So another type of indicator is a Bollinger Band that can help traders measure how volatile a market is by showing price deviation from an average. And then lastly, confirming trade signals. So indicators are often used in combination to confirm buying or selling opportunities before placing a trade. Okay. So bakit importante ang indicator? So number one, enhanced decision making. It can help you in identify high profitability trading setups, reduce emotional trading. It provides objective data instead of relying on intuition, adapt to market condition. So different indicators suit different trading styles. Could be trend following, mean reversion, and breakout strategies. Okay. Now let's go to the seasonality or seasonals. So let's just close this, remove this. Okay. Yan po, i-close lang po natin. Okay. Okay. So seasonals or seasonality trends analyze historical price patterns that recur annually or quarterly, helping you traders identify specific periods when a stock or asset consistently exhibits particular behaviors or trends. So, syempre, understanding seasonal trends provides you as a trader with predictive insights, enabling you to anticipate price movements and strategically position the trades to take advantage of historically consistent patterns. So, para makita niyo po yung seasonals na to, you can just go to the, hover your mouse to the symbol, Ayala Land, and then makikita nyo po yung tatlong dots dito. If you click it, go to the metrics and go to seasonals. And there you go. Makikita nyo po ang seasonal chart. So this particular chart will display historical seasonal patterns, help you quickly identify typical price behaviors during specific months or quarters. So what we are showing here right now is the 2020 up to 2025 record. So if you hover your mouse, makikita nyo po yung mga naging trend from 2020 to 2024, 2025. Yan, may mga dates po siya. Okay. Next would be technicals. So technicals summarize data from multiple technical indicators into simplified market sentiment signals. It could be buying, selling, or neutral. So these ratings are derived from various indicators, including moving averages, oscillators, and momentum indicators. So saan po ba makikita ito? So close natin ulit. Similar lang po kung paano natin nakita yung seasonals earlier. So hanapin ulit natin yung 3 dots here, and the metrics and the technicals. And there you go. So makikita nyo po dito ang iba't ibang technical ratings. So we have the moving averages, we have the oscillators, and momentum indicators. So technical ratings offer you as a trader instant, clear insights into market sentiment, significantly improving your decision-making speed, and of course, confidence by condensing complex technical analysis into simple and actionable recommendations. Okay. And last but not the least, I'll be covering now the fundamentals and statistics. So fundamentals include financial metrics, crucial for evaluating company health, including revenue, EPS, earnings per share, P/E ratio. So, and statistics provide numerical insights into stock performance, for example, volatility and trading volume. So makikita nyo po ang fundamentals and statistics dito sa right portion ng chart. So ito po siya. Ayan. Nandiyan din po ang mga dividend yield, base EPS, the beta. And of course, for the statistics, you'll be able to see also the 52-week highs and lows, average volume, volatility, and beta. Okay? Now, kung gusto niyo naman po makita yung mismong details ng mga financials na yan, you can go to the earnings here, more ALI financials, and there you go, you'll be able to see the details or financials of Ayala Land. So we have the overview, we have the statements, statistics, dividends, earnings, and revenue. All right. So now I've already covered all of the topics and information about the TradingView Advanced Chart Widget. So again, as a recap, we covered various features and tools such as symbol search, symbol comparison, time frame, chart types, indicators, seasonals, technicals, and fundamental and statistical analysis. So hopefully we'll be able to leverage these powerful features so that it will help you to have an informed, strategic investment decisions. Again, my name is Ephraim Jerusalem, Growth Manager for TradingView. Thank you for listening.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Epoy, for helping us understand and utilize TradingView's charts and statistics. Wow, grabe. Excited na ako to know more about how I can put everything I have learned so far into practice. Actually, guys, sa mga nagtatanong dyan sa chat box down below, our last speaker is here to do just that. He is a highly experienced consultant for market education at First Metro Securities. Guest speaker for today is a highly experienced consultant for market education at First Metro Securities. He's also both the founder and investment strategist at Rhyme and Reason Investment Research and Management. With a strong academic background in economics and accounting, he holds both the Chartered Market Technician and Certified Public Accountant designations. Having previously served as an economist at the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas, he brings valuable insights into market dynamics. Today, he will guide you through the stock market, offering an introduction to stock picking and the fundamentals of technical analysis through PSE Equip. Please welcome Mr. Aaron Sai. Hi, Sir Aaron. Good afternoon.
Okay, hi Isha, salamat, no, salamat. Thank you for the introduction. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, no, thank you for spending your afternoon with us, no. Salamat, Miss Angge, no, Miss Angge, salamat for championing, no, for championing Equip, no, and of course, salamat din po Sir Epoy, no, Sir Epoy, for giving us a glimpse, no, kung paano makatulong sa atin, no, yung trading view na makikita natin sa Equip, no. So for this afternoon po. Again, I'm Aaron Sai, no? So you can si Miss Angge, si Miss Angelique, may Angge, no? Si Sir Ephraim, may Epoy, no? So ako, you can call me Aaron, no? You can call me Aaron for short, no? Same lang naman, no? Okay, so for this afternoon, no, ang trabaho ko is to somehow share with you, okay? Share with you the tools, no? The tools and the process, no, that we can use, no, that we can do, no, para malaman natin kung ano ba yung mga pwede natin bilhin sa market, no. So again, for this particular segment, no, we'd like to share with you yung mga tools na makikita natin sa Equip, no, para mag-guide tayo, no, step by step, no, para malaman natin kung ano yung mga pwede nating pag-investan. Okay, so yan. So again, what to buy, no, a step-by-step guide to stock picking using, more specifically, yung mga tools natin sa Equip. So for this afternoon, unang-una, gusto ko lang sana nasa same page tayo, no? So I'd like to define what technical analysis is, no? Ano nga ba yan, no? And of course, how can it help us in trading the market, no? And of course, we'll discuss the tools, no, na nasa PSE Equip to help us choose which stocks to trade. Okay, so ano ba yung technical analysis, no? Bakit ba natin tinatopic yan ngayon, di ba, no? So again, sabi ni John J. Murphy po, no? Again, from this book, no? Ito yung medyo may pagka-Bible, no? Medyo may pagka-reference, no, for technical analysis sa market, no? So sabi niya, ang technical analysis daw is a study of market action. Okay? So basically, inaaral natin kung ano nangyari sa market, no? Which is ano ba talaga yung nangyayari sa market? Basically, pag inisip natin, ang nangyayari lang naman talaga sa market is buying and selling of shares. Yun lang, no? Merong mga may pera na gustong bumili ng mga stocks, merong mga may stocks na gustong ibenta yung stocks nila. Ganun lang, no? So palitan lang ng stocks, no? We want to study them, no? And we study them through technical analysis primarily through the use of charts, no? Ibig sabihin, gusto natin malaman kung paano gumalaw yung presyo, no? Gaano kataas lumaki yung presyo or gaano kababa bumagsak yung presyo, no? Tsaka gaano ka interesado, no, yung market, no, from the buyers and the sellers to buy up the stock, no, or sell down that stock for that matter, no, na makikita natin sa pinakita ni Sir Epoy kanina, yung sa charts, di ba? Nakikita natin how the price moved over time, di ba? No, kung bumababa siya or tumaas, di ba? No? So primarily through the use of chart, at ginagawa natin yung pag-aaral na yon, no? Inuusisa natin kung ano bang nangyari. Ano nangyari kahapon? Ano nangyari last week? No? Ano nangyari this month? Or saan ba? Ano nangyari year to date? Diba? Ano bang nangyari sa market? Yun yung market action. Okay? So inaaral natin yung mga nangyari sa market para maintindihan natin, di ba? No? Para maintindihan natin kung anong feeling ng market. Diba? Ano ba are they feeling good, no? Do they feel good enough to convince them na they would buy up a stock, no? Bakit? Kasi pag hindi maganda ang pakiramdam mo sa stock market or sa isang particular stock, you wouldn't buy it. Bakit? Kasi hindi mo feel na tataas yan, di ba? Bibili ka lang ng stock, di ba? Bibili ka lang ng stock kung sa tingin mo, pag binili mo, kikita ka, no? So ibig sabihin, bibili ka lang ng stock kung sa tingin mo may chance o malaki ang chance na tataas ang presyo, 'di ba? And you would only do that kung sa tingin mo or meron kang reason to believe, no? And to feel, no, na tataas ang presyo moving forward. Okay, no? So saan natin makikita 'yan? Sa activity sa market, 'di ba? Sa market action. Pag nakikita natin tumataas yung presyo, that's the market telling us that the buyers are willing to pay a higher price just to get that stock, no? And they would not have done that. Hindi nila gagawin 'yun na bumili ng stock sa kahit mas mataas na presyo kung sa tingin nila hindi nila mabebenta sa mas mataas pang presyo, 'di ba? And vice versa. Kung nakikita natin bumabagsak yung presyo ng isang stock, ang ibig sabihin nun, 'di ba? Ang ibig sabihin nun, yung mga may hawak, they're willing, no? They're willing to sell their shares even if they would get lower price for it. Bakit? Syempre, unang-una dyan, sa tingin niya, hindi na aakyat. Diba? No? Kasi ba't naman niya ibebenta kung sa tingin niya aakyat yung presyo? Diba? No? Pangalawa, baka sa tingin niya mas bababa pa moving forward yung presyo. Kaya ngayon pa lang, binibitawan na niya lahat. Kahit na mas mababang presyo ang makuha niya. Diba, no? So, yung mga decisions na yon, no? Yung mga decisions na yon coming from what they know and what they feel, no, about the prospects of the price moving forward are manifested. Nakikita natin sa galaw ng presyo na nakikita natin sa mga charts. Okay? And yung understanding na yon ang makakapag-enable sa atin, no, with the help of what technical analysis teaches us, no, to forecast future price trends, no, para magkaroon tayo ng idea kung saan ba papunta yung presyo moving forward, no. Ang tanong, ba't naman natin kailangan malaman pa kung saan papunta yung presyo moving forward, no? Eh, syempre kailangan natin malaman para pumosisyon tayo kung sa tingin natin based on on our studies, no, kung sa tingin natin ang presyo based sa nakikita mo sa galaw ng presyo over time sa charts, no? Kung sa tingin mo ang forecast mo is tataas yung presyo, then you will buy. No? And consequently, no, or conversely, kung sa tingin mo naman babagsak yung presyo, then you would not buy, or kung meron ka, magbebenta ka. Diba, no? So yun yung purpose ng technical analysis, no? Ito, may karagdagan lang si Robert Edwards at si John McGee. Sabi niya, technical analysis daw refers to the study of the action of the market, no? Parang binaliktad lang, no? Market action itself, no? Hindi yung mga financials, no? Technical analysis daw is the science. So dinagdagan niya, no? Kinwalify niya pa. Science of recording, usually in a graphic form, no? So yung mga charts, the actual history of trading, no? Ano yung actual history of trading? Yung kanina, yung definition kanina, more on the price, no? Pero ito, tinagdagan niya yung price daw, yung changes in the price, which is kung tumaas man o bumaba, no? Volumes of transaction, which is essentially the number of shares traded during a certain period, no? Among others. Diba? No? In a certain stock or in the averages, no? Like the PSEI, no? And then deducing, no? Doon natin makukuha, no? Doon natin malalaman, no? From the pictured history, which is that stock chart, no? Yung idea natin, no, about the probable not sureball, no, probable future trend. Okay? So for this afternoon, ang focus natin is technical analysis, and technical analysis is basically studying, no, or looking at, no, or examining kung ano bang mga ganap sa market, no. Ang tinitingnan natin is kung paano nag-i-interact ang mga buyers and sellers. Ang gusto natin, masaya ang market. No? Ang gusto natin makita is masaya ang market. At masaya ang market pag nakikita natin na tumataas yung presyo. Okay? Pag bumababa ang presyo, ang ibig sabihin malungkot ang market. Bakit? Kasi yung mga may hawak, they think they have to let go of their shares even if they would get a lower price when they do it, no? Just because they don't think it would go higher, no? And worse, no? Sa tingin nila, babagsak pa moving forward. Okay? So, gusto nating malaman yung sentiment ng market dahil kapag ang sentiment ng market is maganda, then we buy. Okay? Pag ang sentiment ng market is pangit, no? Then we do not buy, or if may hawak pa tayo, we sell. Okay? So, yun ang technical analysis para sa atin, no? So in that case, 'di ba, no? In that case, and within that context, technical analysis can really help us know, no, or determine, no, identify yung mga stocks na magandang bilhin, di ba, no? Pero just to ano lang to put everything into context lang, no? So again, I know that our focus for this afternoon is technical analysis, but para lang mas buuan tayo, no? Buuan na context, no? For me, no, and I'm borrowing this from First Metro Securities Gift Learning Series, no? Stock picking, no, yung pagpili kung anong bibili natin na stock na pag-iinvest natin ng pera, should involve more than technical analysis, no? So bubuuin natin. So ang tanong, paano ba tayo pumipili ng stock, no? Ano ba dapat ang mga tinitignan natin para malaman natin kung ano yung mga bibili natin na stock? Okay, so marami tayong pwedeng consider, pero for this particular case, siguro i-limit natin sa 3. Okay, so unang-una, syempre, pag nag-i-invest ka sa stock market, you're buying companies eh. Diba, no? So, you want to participate as an owner of that particular company. So, syempre, ang unang-una mo titingnan is kung maganda ba yung kumpanya na yan. Diba? So, titingnan natin yung profitability nila, meaning gaano sila kalakas kumita, how consistent, how quality yung earnings nila among others. Nagbibigay ba yan ng dividendo among others, diba? Financial stability, marami ba silang pera, marami ba silang utang, kaya ba nila bayaran yung utang nila, diba, no? And of course, yung management, no? Magaling ba yung management ba yan or delikado, baka delix yung mga management, no? Medyo masasamang budhi, di ba, no? So ayaw natin yon, di ba? So kailangan nating malaman yan, no? Kung yung mga kumpanya na tinitignan natin have the characteristics of excellent business. Okay? Pangalawa natin tinitingnan is what we call valuation. Ayaw nating bumili ng mga stocks, no, na mas mataas pa yung presyo ng stock sa market, di ba, no? Mas mataas pa yung presyo ng stock sa market kaysa sa value na matatanggap mo as an investor from the operations of the business. Diba? So ayaw natin bumili ng mahal. Diba? Bakit? Kasi unang-una, it doesn't make sense. Diba? No? Kung 10 piso yung presyo ng stock, tapos yung value ng kumpanya sa iyo as a stockholder, sabihin natin 5 piso lang. No? So ang makukuha ko 5, ang bibigay ko 10. No? It doesn't make sense. No? And of course, from a risk perspective, no, kapag mahal ang pagkabili mo sa isang stock, no? So expensive siya, or ang tawag namin sa market is overvalued, no? Pag mahal ang pagkabili mo ng isang stock, yung kinamahal niya, no? So kung 10 piso yung stock price, 5 piso lang ang value, yung 5 pisong difference is a good measure of your risk. So, syempre, sa atin as investors, we want to manage that risk. No? We want to keep it at minimum, no? Preferably nga, gusto natin may buffer pa tayo. Diba, no? And of course, last but not the least, gusto natin na in-demand yung stock. No? Ayan. For this particular purpose, tinitingnan na natin yung galaw ng presyo, no? And of course, the volume traded as a representation of the interest of the market doon sa stock na yun, kung gusto ba nila yun or hindi. No? Basically, ang gusto natin na bilhin na stock is yung mga gusto ng market. Di ba? Bakit? Kasi tataas lang ang presyo kapag may gusto enough doon sa stock na yon na binibili nila even if the price goes higher. No? So, kikita lang tayo pag tumataas yung presyo. So, kailangan ma-improve natin yung probability na ang bibilhin natin ay yung mga stocks na gusto rin ng ibang tao. Diba? Para bilhin nila, para tumaas yung presyo, para makabenta tayo sa mas mataas na presyo at kumita tayo. Okay? So, ito yung mga hinahanap natin and the manner, the approach that we can use, no, to look for to check, no, kung meron ba ng mga ganitong characteristics yung isang kumpanya are divided into major categories such as fundamental analysis and valuation and technical analysis. Okay, so again, ang focus natin for this afternoon is technical analysis, no? But I hope I have given you some context, no? Oh, yes, mahalaga ang technical analysis. I am for technical analysis definitely, no? But do not forget, hindi lahat ng lumilipad na presyo bibilin mo, no? Hindi lahat ng nakikita mong umaakyat na presyo, bibilin mo, no? So, kasi good sa technical analysis yon. Pero kung pangit naman yung kumpanya, baka may risk ka dyan. Or sobrang mahal na ng stock compared to its value, medyo risky na yan. No? So, if you want to manage your risk, to manage the risk in your portfolio, then definitely, having a complete context, that you also need the fundamental analysis and valuation would come in handy. Okay? So, yan. So, balik tayo. No? So, again, for this afternoon, technical analysis. No? More specifically, we want to know how can the tools that Angge, no, and Sir Epoy, no, discussed earlier, no, can help us in our stock picking. Okay? So sabi kanina, di ba, sa technical analysis daw is studying the market action. Diba? So for us to study the market action, then we need to know what's happening in the market. No? And good for us, pag tingin mo ng PSE Equip, talagang sandamakmak, no, yung mga information, no, that can actually give you a glimpse, no, of what's happening in the market, 'di ba? Sa homepage pa lang nila makikita mo na agad kung ilang trades ilan ang value traded, 'di ba, no? Tapos makikita mo kung amongst those sa mga stocks natin trade, ilan ang tumaas, ilan ang bumaba, no, ilan ang unchanged, no? Tapos makikita mo amongst the many, no, na stocks na tinrade during that time kung sino yung pinaka malaki, no, in terms of market, in terms of value turnover, we call it, no? So parang gaano kalaking pera, no, ang tinrade dun sa stocks na yon, no? So yung mga movers among others, no? And of course, among many others, no, yung level ng index na tinitingnan natin, which is the PSEI. Diba? You scroll down further, makikita mo yung pinresent kanina ni Sir Epoy, no? Makikita mo yung chart, no, which basically shows us the trend, no, of the main index, yung PSEI. And of course, may isa pang feature, no, si PSE Equip, which you can use to monitor your portfolio, no? And sa homepage pa lang, makikita mo na yung glimpse ng performance ng portfolio mo, among others. Diba? You continue to scroll down, meron ka pang heat map. Diba? Ano ba yung heat map, no? Basically, ito yung mga parang graphical, no? Parang graphical representation ng anong nangyayari sa market, no? So for example, itong sector indices, 'di ba? So different sectors, may industrial, may financial, may services, property, holding firms, no? Up ba yan today? Green yan. So ngayon property lang, no? Pag down yan, red yan. So kita natin yung karamihan, di ba? So karamihan sa kanina, as of tanghali kanina, no, down yung market, no? Down yung mga industries or mga sectors. Property lang ang medyo up. Parang gano'n. No? So anong mood ng market today? Medyo hindi masyado maganda. Parang gano'n, no? Pag tinignan natin yung mga individual stocks, makikita natin din yung mga maraming tinrade, no? So for example, in this particular case, yung BDO 150 billion ang tinrade sa kanya. 150 million pesos, no, ang tinrade sa kanya. So sa lahat ng stocks sa market, siya yung pinakamadaming siya yung stocks na may pinakamaraming trade in terms of ang tawag namin value turnover. Okay? And green siya, 'di ba? So maraming tinrade tapos green. Ibig sabihin, tumaas yung presyo. No? Pag green, tumaas yung presyo. Tapos maraming tinrade. So maraming bumili. Bullish ang market sa BDO sa araw na yan. Diba, no? So may feel ka. No? So basically, ganun din sa katulad na sa sector index, pag yung heat map ng most active mo is predominantly parang namumula, no? Then pwedeng bullish sila sa BDO, pero in general medyo bearish pa. Parang gano'n, no? Kasi bumaba yung presyo ng iba. Paano natin nalaman? Kasi pula. Diba, no? Pula. Mas maraming pula kaysa doon sa mga green. Diba? Ibig sabihin, mas maraming bumaba ang presyo. Okay? Yan. So, tapos pag nag-scroll down ka pa, yan, diniscuss ni Miss Angge kanina, di ba? May mga trading ideas na kapag kinlik mo, ibubuksan niya yung report, di ba? No? Yung report provided by Refinitiv, di ba? Yung third party na supplier nila, no? Among others, no? So kung market action lang ang pinag-uusapan, definitely, no, the PSE Equip got you already from the homepage. From the homepage pa lang, no? Pero let's explore the tools, no, that would enable us to know how, 'di ba? How do we know which stocks to buy, 'di ba? Kasi alam natin daming choices, 'di ba? Daming choices sa market. Paano ba natin malaman kung ano yung mga magandang bilhin diyan? Okay, and as you know, 'di ba? Especially for those na nakita ko kanina, marami na rin familiar, no? So I'm assuming marami na rin sa inyo talaga ang nagte-trade ng market for quite some time already. So I'm sure may mga approaches na kayo, 'di ba? May mga proseso na kayo, may mga ginagawa na talaga kayo, no, to identify kung ano yung mga stocks na bibilhin ninyo, no? So for this afternoon, I'll offer you one lang, no? One of the many, 'di ba? One of the many. And in this particular case, the context is more of a top-down approach, no? Ang pinaka konteksto niya is, as far as technical analysis is concerned, no? Ang gusto nating bilhin na stocks, yung mga malalakas. Okay, no? So we'll be looking for strength, no? Ano bang ibig sabihin ng malakas? Tumataas yung presyo, malaki ang pagtaas ng presyo, at sobrang daming bumibili. Okay, so tumataas ang presyo, malaki ang tinataas ng presyo. Okay, hindi lang konti, no? Malaki, so percentage change, malaki, and malaki ang volume. No, ibig sabihin maraming bumibili. Okay, so that would be our metrics of strength, no? So kapag maraming bumibili, no, tumataas yung presyo, maraming bumibili, and at malaki ang pagtaas ng presyo, then we know the sentiment of the market towards the stock is bullish. And sabi ng technical analysis, as long as the sentiment is there, as long as the bullish sentiment is there, we anticipate it to continue moving forward. Okay, so kung pataas pa, bullish pa, at moving forward, mag-bullish pa din, then I can have an opportunity to buy it today. Okay? So we'll be looking for strength. Saan? First and foremost, top down. Okay? We look for strong sectors. Okay, so amongst the many, katulad na pinakita natin kanina, no? May mga financials, may mga bangko, may mga industrials, may mga mining and oil, no? May mga services, may mga properties, among others. No? So we look at each of those sectors, and using technical analysis, we'll identify which sectors display strength. Okay? Tapos, dun sa mga strong sectors na yun, mamimili tayo ng mga stocks na meron ding indication na malakas yung stock nila. Anong indication na malakas ang stock? Tumataas, binibili, mataas yung pagtaas, okay? Percentage change malaki, no? And of course, the volume is madami. Okay, madami. And last but not the least, pag na-identify na natin yung mga magagandang stocks, yung mga strong stocks from those strong sectors, usisain na natin yung individual stock na charts ng mga stocks na yon para malaman at para ma-inform tayo fully, no, do sa characteristics ng technicals ng stock na yon. Okay? So ito yung proseso natin, yung step by step natin. So unang-una, we identify the strong sector. So if you go to Equip, no, PSE Equip, you can see that dun sa indices. Okay, so ito may home, may indices, no? Makikita nyo sa left-hand side may mga sectors, no? May mga sub-indices, no? Natawag namin, no? Na ginrupo-grupo nila yung mga klase ng kumpanya. So yung mga bangko nandiyan yan sa financials. Yung mga usually mga producing companies nasa industrial. Yung mga conglomerates nasa holding firms, among others. Okay? So titignan natin yung charts ng bawat isa dito para malaman natin kung anong sectors ang malakas ngayon. No? Again, ano yung malakas? Tumataas, binibili, maraming binibili. Okay? Tumataas, binibili, maraming bumibili. Okay? So volume. No? Although ito wala masyadong volume kasi nasa sector pa lang tayo. So more on the price action tayo. Okay? So pag nilatag natin yung mga charts nila, ito sila. Okay? So financials, industrial, holdings, services, mining and oil, and of course property. No? So anong indication natin ng malakas na sector? Tumataas yung presyo. Okay? Later on, no, when you learn more about technical analysis, when we say tumataas ang presyo, similar to an uptrend yan, no? And an uptrend are actually defined by the level, no? By the level and succession of their lows and highs. No? So basically, kapag uptrend, we define it as higher high and higher low. No? So dapat pag tumataas siya, pag bumaba siya, hindi na siya bumabalik sa dati, umaakyat siya at higher high. Tapos pag akyat niya uli, nilalagpasan niya yung previous high niya. So may higher high. Diba? No? So higher high and higher low. Basically, in this particular case, sa anim na charts na to, no, ang nakikita natin na may higher highs and higher lows lang are the financials, diba? Mga bangko, no? And of course, yung mining and oil, no? Yung industrial, naka-higher low siya, pero same high. Okay, may potential na pwede mag-higher high in the future, but we don't know yet, no? Sa ngayon, medyo sideways lang siya. Okay? Si holdings parang si industrial, ganun din, no? Si services talagang sideways, no? Talagang ni hindi higher low, no? So hindi pa natin alam kung how it would turn out in the future, no? Si property yan, medyo bearish talaga, no? So naka-lower high siya with the same low. Okay, so ang bias niya is really to be bearish pa din. Okay, pero ang hinahanap natin strength. Okay, ang hinahanap natin strength, and again, in this particular case, no, sa method na to, ang hinahanap natin are those sectors na yung presyo nila, okay, yung stocks, yung chart nila, no, can show us a higher high and higher low. And in this particular case, ang na-identify natin si financials tsaka si mining and oil. Okay? Pag tinignan natin, looking at the long-term chart of the financials, makikita natin tinitest niya yung previous high niya, 'di ba? So parang testing, parang sinusubukan niyang basagin yung resistance, no? So sinusubukan niyang mag-breakout. Okay? So pag nag-breakout ito, then more bullish case for financials. Okay? For the mining and oil chart, wala siya sa taas, nasa may bandang baba pa siya actually, no? Pero if you look at the price action, no, and the long-term chart ng mining and oil, pag nag-aral kayo ng technical analysis, parang ma-identify nyo, no? There's a very familiar chart pattern that the PSE Mining and Oil Index is forming, no? We call it a bullish head and shoulders bottom, no? Na kapag nag-break up, okay? So bullish days ahead, no, for mining and oil. Okay? So aside from the higher high and higher low sa daily chart nila, yung nilatag natin kanina na 6, pag tinignan natin yung long-term charts ni financials saka si mining and oil, mukhang brighter days ahead. Okay? So ang tanong, ano yung magagandang sectors? Ano yung malalakas sa sectors? Mining and oil and financial, no? Kung mag-i-invest ako, anong pipili? Anong mga stocks ang pwede kong bilhin? E di yung mga stocks na nasa loob ng financials and mining and oil index. Ano-ano yon? So makikita natin yung sa equip, yung index constituents ng banking or ng financial sectors, ito yon. No? So AUB, BDO, BPI, and the rest. Diba? And of course, yung mining and oil, APX, Atlas, Benguet, etc. Diba? No? So strong sector, we have identified it to be financials and mining and oil. No? Saan natin nalaman yan? Sa galaw ng presyo nung sector mismo, hindi stocks. No? Yung mismong sector. No? So nakita natin, over time, higher high and higher low yung financials and mining and oil. Okay? So we have identified financials and mining and oil. Ano yung mga stocks within the financials and mining and oil sectors, no? Ang may magandang may yung mga strong stocks, no, doon sa mga sector na yun. So yun yung next natin. Okay? So paano natin malalaman yun? So in this particular case, what we'll use is the screener function of PSE Equip, no? So makikita nyo sa main menu nila sa tools, then yung screener, no? Pag kinlik nyo yon, ito ang lalabas. Okay? So sa gilid, no, sa left side niya, makikita natin yung mga filters, yung mga parameters na pwede nating gamitin, no, as a reference ng system ni PSE Equip para maka-filter, no, makasala, no, ng mga stocks, 'di ba? Marami, 'di ba? Na marami kasing stocks sa market, 'di ba? Pero ang gusto natin yung mga nandun sa mga sector indices, no? Hindi kasi lahat ng stocks na nasa PSE nasa mga sector indices. So gusto natin yung mga stocks lang na may membership, no, sa sector indices. In particular, gusto natin makita yon kasi ang hinahanap natin yung mga stocks na nasa financial and mining and oil index, no? Aside from that, gusto natin may price momentum, no? In this particular case, we measured momentum through the price action alone, no? Gusto natin yung year-to-date price change is more than 10%, di ba? March pa lang, di ba? March pa lang for the year. Year-to-date more than 10%, tatlong buwan lang 10%. Kung umakyat yung presyo ng ganong kalaki sa ganitong short period of time, then the market really wants it. The market really wants it. They're buying it even if it is increasing in price at that rate. Tatlong buwan, 10%, mas malaki ba, edi mas bullish pa sila. Diba, no? So, we are looking for stocks within the financial and mining and oil sector that have been bought up. Ibig sabihin, tumaas yung presyo, no? Pero, gusto natin tumaas yung presyo dahil marami silang binibili. No? So hindi enough na they have been bought up lang, no? Kasi pag pwedeng tumaas kasi yung presyo pero konti lang yung volume eh, di ba, no? Kung walang sellers na malapit tapos masyadong mataas yung next price, no? Pag binili yon kahit kaperaso lang tumataas yung presyo eh, no? So hindi yan indicative ng demand, no? Gusto natin tumaas yung presyo dahil maraming binili, no? In that particular case, ang screen natin, no, is that value turnover, no? In this particular case, we measured the participation, no, the interest of the market using the 10 trading day average value turnover. Okay, so naghahanap tayo ng mga mining and oil companies na tumaas yung presyo more than 10% for the year to date, no, less than 3 months, no, na maraming bumili. Okay, so talk about strength, diba, no? And ang result na is itong mga to. Okay, so si BPI, si China Bank, si Philex, si Apex, si PNB, tapos si Atlas, si PSE, and Asia United Bank, no? So, but yung iba yellow, tapos ito sila Atlas, PSE, tsaka si AUB, ano ba to? Flash? Yan, yung hindi yellow, no? So, ano lang to, may momentum sila. Okay, may momentum kasi the price increased for above 10% during a short period of time. Kaya lang yung value turnover kasi on the average for the past 10 days, medyo maliit. Okay, so si PNB 17 million per day on the average, no? Si Atlas 3 lang. Si PSE 1.68 lang. Si AUB nga kalahating million lang, di ba? So medyo maliit. So ang tawag naman doon is liquidity din. So kung sakali lang na magte-trade ka ng market, it really helps, no, that you stick with liquid names, no. Ibig sabihin yung mga value turnover nila on the average, no, mas malaki, sobrang mas malaki kaysa doon sa amount na iniisip mong i-trade yung stock na to, no. Usually, not always, no, usually but not always, tinitingnan natin dyan, siguro times 5, no, or times 10 ng tinitingnan mong size ng trade mo. So, halimbawa, bumibili ka gusto mong bumili ng Atlas, for example, no, 100,000 pesos, no. Kung ayaw mo maipit, make sure lang na yung average daily value turnover niya, kung 100,000 ang balak mong i-trade sa Atlas, is not less than 1 million. Times 10. Ay, no, parang ganun. Pero, so kasya ka pa dito, no? Ang average value turnover ni Atlas is 3.26 million eh. Diba? So, kasya pa yung 100,000 trade mo, no? Pero kung halimbawa, ang size ng mga trade mo is 1 million, no? Tapos gusto mong bumili ng 1 million worth ng Atlas, 3.26 million lang on the average ang daily value trades niya, no? Pwede naman, makakapasok ka siguro, no? Ang problema paglabas. Okay, so baka medyo malamang ang ipit. No? So kung gusto mo maiwasan yung ipit, no? Consider yung mga stocks lang that are liquid enough for your position. Okay, so ganun. So in this particular case, we use the screener, no? The screener function of Equip, or the screener feature of Equip allowed us to easily identify those that are in the indices, no? Kasi ang hinahanap natin yung sa financial tsaka sa mining and oil na more than 10% ang year-to-date percentage change ng presyo. Okay? At saka yung malaki, no? Relative to others, no? Yung kanilang daily average, at least for the past 10 days. Okay, may mga ibang option pa dyan. May mga 30-day, may mga 3 months, 6 months, no? But in this particular case, we're looking for momentum, no? For a short period of time, malaki ang ginalaw ng presyo. So 10 days ang ginamit natin. Okay? So going back, no? So na-identify natin ang strong sectors are financial and mining and oil. Paano natin na-identify? Looking at the charts, no? Ng mga sectors na yon. Inusisa natin yung financials and mining and oil, and we came up, no, with a list of stocks with tumaas yung presyo more than 10%, no, within less than 3 months, no? And of course, maraming bumili. Okay, no? Especially yung BPI, China Bank, and PNB, and Philex and APX. Okay? Si PSE, AUB, at Atlas, tumaas yung presyo more than 10%, pero medyo konti lang yung volume. Okay? Nilagay ko lang sila kasi relative ang konti tsaka madami no? So kung kasya naman yung trade mo, di okay lang. No? Pero kung medyo malaki ang mga trade mo, di, baka hindi option sa iyo yung PSE, AUB, and Atlas. Okay? Next, no? So alam na natin yung mga magandang or strong stocks within the strong sectors. Ang trabaho natin ngayon bago tayo bumili, no, is tignan yung mga individual stocks nila. Okay? So how do their charts look like, no? So using that ganun din dun sa tools menu, no, ng Equip, no? Piliin natin yung chart. So ito yung dinemo sa atin kanina ni Sir Pepoy, 'di ba? So makikita natin yung advanced chart, no, ng trading view na nasa loob ng Equip, no? So if you apply your technical analysis, makikita natin yung galaw ng presyo over time, no? So kung kanina nakita ko marami ng familiar sa technical analysis, so marami na rin kayo alam tignan, no? For the purpose of simplifying lang, no, for our purpose today, especially for those who are not yet familiar about technical analysis, tingnan lang natin yung mga basic, no, na tinitingnan natin. So for example, sa trend, no, may higher highs and higher lows ba siya, no? Sa relative strength index, no, which is one of the indicators of momentum, more than 50 ba siya, no? Yun yung demarcation natin. Pag above 50, bullish. Pag below 50, bearish, no? Pag MACD, moving average convergence and divergence, pag more than 0, ibig sabihin bullish. Pag less than 0, ibig sabihin bearish. Okay, no? So, based on those simple parameters, syempre, ang actual is mas komplikado than this. Okay, no? Definitely, no? But again, something to start with. Okay? Or something to parang patungan ng analysis natin moving forward, no? So ito na yung ma-offer natin for this afternoon. So for example, for BPI, nakita natin higher highs and higher lows pa siya, no? Ang relative strength index niya is still above 55, so bullish territory pa rin. And yung MACD niya is above 0 pa rin. Okay, so good ang BPI. Okay. China Bank, same method, no? Higher high and higher low, yes. Although medyo nagkakaroon siya ng resistance sa previous high niya. Okay, may konting breakout, pero mas maganda kung ma-confirm ng mas malayo. Di ba? Kasi sa ngayon, nandyan siya. Okay? RSI is above 50. Okay, kaya nasa oversold, overbought level, no? Around 70. And of course, yung MACD niya is still above 0. Okay, so okay pa yan. Si PNB, exponential, no? Exponential ang kanyang paglaki. Yan, higher high and higher low pa rin. 85 ang RSI, no? So overbought, no? And of course, yung MACD is still above 0. Okay, so maganda yan, masaya yan, no? Pero syempre, we have to take note of the turns, 'di ba? Sa ngayon maganda siya, sa ngayon malakas siya, no? Pero kapag yung mga excesses, no, kinorek ng market, then you have to be able to react. First and foremost, identify when it happens, no? And of course, react to it accordingly. Okay? Ganon din kay PSE. So, in this particular case, may same high lang si PSE, no? Wala pa siyang breakout above the previous high. RSI niya is below 50 but MACD niya is still above 0. So, kung strong si PSE, parang hindi. Okay? Si AUB lalo na, no? So, si PSE, MACD is above 0 pa. Si AUB sa ngayon, hindi na. Diba, no? Tapos, sa trending niya, no? Kita natin may support ka dito, tapos kanina, medyo bumaba yung presyo below support. So, that could be a breakdown, a lower low. Okay? So, not good for AUB. Philex, all yes. Okay, all yes. Pero again, may konti lang tayong warning from the RSI, no? Naglo-lower high ang RSI and yung MACD niya, while still well above 0, mukhang gusto mag-cross below signal. So, medyo may caution tayo dyan, no? Pwedeng correction lang, no? Pwedeng correction lang, magsa-sideways movement and then aakyat ulit, okay? Pero pwede rin namang more significant reversal. Okay? Pero sa ngayon, sa nakikita natin sa charts, okay pa siya. Okay? Yan. APX, similar. Okay? Atlas, ganun din. No? Pero again, may warning lang tayong konti dito kasi maliit ang value turnover niya. No? Around 3 million pesos lang. Doon sa nakita natin kanina. Okay? Among others. So, inumpisahan natin sa strong sector by looking at the price chart ng mga sectors. No? Na-identify natin si financials and mining. Inusisa natin yung mga nasa loob ng financial sector tsaka mining sector indices, no? Nakita natin yung mga malaki ang ginalaw ng presyo, more than 10% year to date, and malaki ang value turnover. Okay, except for PSP, PSE, AUB, and Atlas. Okay? Tapos tinignan natin individually yung mga charts nila. Okay, so sino yung mga strong stocks na may strong charts? Okay, so sa financial, si BPI, si BCN, PNB na lang ang natira. Tapos si mining and oil, PHILEX, APX, and AT pa din. Okay, and that is our stock pick. Okay, no? So again, from the top-down approach, helped by what the tools, no, lalo na yung screeners, no, sa ako personally medyo favorite ko yung screener ng Equip, no, na I think yun ang medyo wala sa ibang platform, no. Nakatulong sa atin to arrive at a decision na itong mga stocks na to, si BPI, China Bank, PNB, PX, and APX, and Atlas, no, as far as what we see from their charts today, okay, strong pa sila. Okay, which again, candidates for our portfolio. Okay, but wait, yun nga, no, yun lang. Medyo may konti lang tayong caution, ha. So what we have discussed so far is basically technical analysis. Okay, technical analysis. Looking for strength. Looking for strength through the price action, higher high, higher low, no? Tapos yung momentum ng price increase, no? And of course, the participation, yung value turnover, no? Technical analysis. Okay? Pero again, don't forget, no? Part ng evaluation natin, ang due diligence natin sa pag-i-invest, pagpili ng stock sa market is fundamental analysis and valuation. Okay? Luckily for us, merong mga reports na nasa loob ng Equip, no, na pwedeng makatulong sa atin. So, para makita niyo yung mga reports na yan, dun sa search bar, no, dun sa upper right portion, type niyo lang yung ticker ng stock na hinahanap nyo. So, symbol, bawa for BPI, BPI. Okay? Mapupunta kayo dito sa company page nila. Okay? Tapos, makikita nyo sa upper right ulit, company report. Okay? Nadaanan na kanina ito, but I just want to show you again, no? Maybe I can provide some insight no, sa laman nito. Diba, no? So, ito, sa detailed stock report niya, may average score. Okay? So, basically, 7 and up are okay. No? At ang mga tinignan nila, ay itong mga to. Okay, yung earnings, fundamental, valuation, some risk metrics, and of course, price momentum among others. Okay? Meron din sila ditong in-identify na kung may BPI yung tinitingnan mo stock, pero ito yung mga peers niya, na yung mga katulad niya, baka gusto mo rin pagpilian. Parang gano'n. No? So, in-identify na lang din niya yung makikita mo rin dito, no, yung mga katulad ng kumpanya and how BPI fares against those other companies. Okay? Para lang medyo ma-open up pa rin yung perspective mo aside from dun sa nakita mo, dun sa proseso mo. Okay? Ito sa valuation, may price target sila. No? So 132 yung presyo ng BPI nung ginawa tong report na to. May mga nag-estimate as high as 177, may mga nag-estimate as low as 121, so babagsak from 132, no? On the average, 152, no? Which is again, still 15% above the 132 na price. Okay. So may earnings estimate, may makikita natin, Shyam ang nag-recommend sa stock na to, no? Actually 10 pala 10, pero yung Shyam doon, buy. No? Tatlo sa Shyam na yon, strong buy. No? So ibig sabihin, malaki ang target price nila. Among others. So yan, profitability, debt, earnings quality, dividend, no? Tapos yung mga metrics ng fundamentals, no? So if you get to know them, no, they have their individual purposes, no? May mga message sila sa atin about the company, no? So if you have scope pa to learn about fundamental analysis, then better. Okay, among others. So relative valuation. So kung titingnan natin, relative to 5-year average na, may 21% discount ka pa sa price to earnings ng BPI ngayon. Relative to 5-year average sa forward price to earnings, may 13% discount pa. Ganun. So basically, yung sinasabi, medyo mura pa, no, si BPI, among others. Yan. So, yan. So ito yung sa price momentum indicators ni BPI, no, dun sa report galing sa Refinitiv. Okay? So, yan. So in summary, technical analysis po, yung topic natin today is the study of market action, no? for the purpose of, di ba? Inaaral natin yung mga nangyayari, kaganapan sa market para malaman natin, magkaroon tayo ng ideya sa probable lang, na probable future price trend. No? Kung yung future price trend na result ng aral natin is pataas, then we buy. No? Otherwise, then we don't buy. No? Or we sell kung meron tayo na stock na yan. Okay? One way to choose stocks, kasi maraming ways to choose stocks, no, is by looking for strength. Diba? So start with a strong sector, just what we did. No? We identified financials and mining in oil. Then choose strong stocks within the strong sector. Ang ginawa natin, in particular, tinignan natin yung momentum sa presyo by looking at the laki ng price change. More than 10% year to date. Okay? And of course, we studied individual stocks, no, para malaman natin kung alin sa mga yon ang may strong charts. No? So basically, looking at the trend, higher high, higher low, and two momentum indicators, MACD and RSI. Okay, so PSE Equip, as you have witnessed, yeah, can help us in stock picking with its market data, charts, and the screening tools, di ba? But beyond that, no, PSE Equip can also guide us in different aspects pa, no? So fundamentals, valuation, and yung mga risk considerations, kung kaya nyong intindihin, mas maganda, no? That all of this can be found, no, dun sa report ng Refinitiv, no, na nandun makikita nyo rin sa PSE Equip. Okay? So maraming salamat po, no, for listening, and I hope you have learned something useful today, no? I'm excited to answer questions po from your group. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Sir Aaron, for allowing us to gain more insights about technical analysis and how we can utilize these charting tools in PSE Equip and other features to make better and more informed decisions for our investments. Sobrang useful po talaga. Thank you. And of course, now that we've gone through all of our sessions this afternoon, nandito na po tayo sa exciting part, our live Q&A segment. We will now bring back not just one, not just two, but all three of our speakers to your screen so that they may answer all of your burning questions. Siguradong marami na tayong mga tanong ngayon sa ating Q&A box, kaya without further ado, let me pull up some of these wonderful questions. All right, check po muna natin ang ating mga speakers here today. Hello, kamusta po tayo dyan? Miss Angge, Sir Epoy, Sir Aaron, are we ready? Okay, wonderful. Okay, so for our first question, this is for Miss Angge. Although for follow-up, Sir Aaron, Sir Epo, you can follow up also. Can we access PSE Equip using our mobile app? And additionally, is PSE Equip accessible on a mobile phone? Can we use all of its features, or will there be limitations?
Yes, you can access Equip Mobile and also sa website din. So you can download Equip through iOS and Google Play.
All right, thank you so much for that, Ms. Angge. So for the next question, this is for Sir Epoy naman. Sir Epoy, pwede po bang mag-peer comparison sa website using TradingView's current features?
Yes, pwede po. Actually, yung ginawa ko po kanina is on the website. So, definitely pwede.
Okay. Let's go. Do you have anything to add po regarding this, Ms. Angge, about our Equip features also for peer comparison?
I think you can access that through in the company information like I mentioned a while ago. So meron dong tab na industry analysis where it contains na peer-to-peer comparison. Also explained by Sir Aaron a while ago. Available din siya sa Trading Ideas, yung Refinitiv Stock Reports Plus. So meron dong peer-to-peer comparison din. So if you want like an in-depth analysis of the specific company, you can opt for Trading Ideas, or if you want like a summarized data, meron din tayo sa industry analysis.
All right, thank you so much for that. Now for our next question, this one is for Sir Aaron. Sir Aaron, how do we factor in the PSEI performance when buying stocks? For example, if the total PSEI is on a downtrend, but the financial sector is on a rally, would it still be a good time to buy in the financial sector?
Okay. Well, the PSE index, no? The PSE index is a collection of a lot of companies, no? Ang difference sa mga sector indices, different business models, no? Yung nasa PSEI, so may mga bangko ka dyan, may mga manufacturing ka dyan, may consumer ka dyan, etc. No? So Syempre, no, may mga different economics, di ba? No? Minsan malakas yung ibang negosyo, minsan hindi, di ba? No? Pero sa ngayon, bad kasi ang property, di ba? Tapos ang daming property sa PSEI. Di ba? Ang daming property sa PSEI, pati yung parents ng mga properties na yon malaki rin sa PSEI. So basically, that's your Ayala Land, SM Prime, no? Na si SM tsaka si AAC nasa PSEI din, di ba? So talagang medyo nadadrag, no, as we have seen kanina, 'di ba, sa sector chart ni sa sector index chart ni property, 'di ba, no? Parang medyo bearish yung market sa kanya. So basically 'yun yung humihila talaga sa PSEI. So factor ba, no? Factor ba sa PSEI sa pag-invest mo, halimbawa sa pagtingin mo kung maganda ba mag-invest sa bangko? Definitely yes. Okay? Pero between a weak PSEI but still a strong financial sector index, no? Ano ang mas matimbang? Doon ako sa sector index. Parang gano'n, no? Kasi alam ko or na-identify naman natin kung ano ang nagpapahina sa PSEI, which again is properties, di ba? Talagang pulled down siya by the very sentiment of properties. That is to say na may ibang options pa. No, wag natin tignan yung yung mga sabihin natin always the PSEI, hindi, no? Lalo na pag hindi naman maganda yung PSEI, ibig sabihin medyo bearish pa siya or sideways at best, di ba? May iba pang options, sabi nung ginawa natin kanina, uy, meron, di ba? Makikita natin yung sector na to, in this case, particular case, financial and mining and oil, in the midst of a bad market, di ba? In the midst of a bad all shares and PSEI and all other sectoral indices, maganda ang tinatakbo ng financial sa mining and oil. So may option ka pa din. Okay, so i-consider yes, pero sa timbang, mas matimbang yung sectoral.
All right, thank you so much for that, Sir Aaron. Actually, may follow-up question pa po sa inyo next. So in terms of the time frame, do we look at the monthly charts for us to gauge what are the strong sectors in the sense, or what's your take on what we should be looking at periodically?
Oh, yung parang ginawa natin kanina, no? Ang default natin talaga is daily, no? Pero syempre if you want to get a good grasp of the context, no, within which the daily chart is operating with, doon tayo nag zoom out, no? So, pag nag-zoom out tayo, either pinapadami natin yung araw kung daily chart pa rin yan, or we switch to a higher time frame, weekly or monthly, no? So yun yung different purposes, no? Kung parang ano ba, parang kumbaga ba, bawal lang ano, parang summer ngayon, no? So ang context niya is summer, no? Pero ngayong oras na to mainit ba? Parang ganoon, no? Parang ganoon din, no? So ano ang trend nito? Yun yung monthly, no? Yung context, no? Pero sa ngayon ba, 'di ba? Matagal nang sideways, no? Pero sa ngayon ba, meron bang tayong nakikita mong emerging na trend from the recent galaw? Yan na yung daily. Parang gano'n. Different purpose for different time frames.
All right, got that. Thank you so much. All right, so for our next question naman, I think this one is open to everyone, which I think is also very interesting. So, which technical indicators would you recommend in reviewing for Philippine stocks? And of course, can users customize indicator parameters like period length or like smoothing?
Ako na siguro.
Yes, yes, sir. Go ahead po.
Nagpatay na si Miss Angge. Joke. Q na ba yan, Miss Angge? Yan, anyway. So, as far as indicators is concerned, I would like to caution, no, everyone, no, not to be too attached to indicators lang, no, kasi ang nangyayari kasi lalo na yung mga nagsisimula, no, na mag-aral technical analysis, paramihan ng indicators, no, so minsan imbis na nakakatulong, although yung trading view is very much capable, di ba, daming listahan ng ng indicators sa mga charts nila, no, pero sa user, as far as sa user concerned, maganda, marami kang alam, no? Ang problema pag nilatag mo lahat 'yan, mas nakakalito pa na nakakatulong. No? So, kung ang tanong is ano ba yung mga sabi natin core, no? Mga core siguro na technical indicators. So Technical indicators pero syempre trend lines are the best. So sa akin, trend lines talaga, no? Kasi yan talaga magpapakita sa iyo kung ano yung galaw ng presyo 'di ba, no? Kung ano yung mga lows and highs, 'di ba? Higher highs and higher lows, no? If you want to corroborate it, then definitely the MAs, moving averages, especially for trend followers. 'Di ba? For trend followers. Tapos, momentum indicator. So, pwedeng pakyawin mo na RSI and MACD, no? Or kung gusto mo isa lang, RSI. Parang ganun. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Aaron, yet again, for a wonderful answer. So for the next one, this one is for Miss Angge. More of regarding the company report. It's for them also. So meron daw po ba lahat ng stocks reports kahit low market cap?
Yes, available siya sa sa trading ideas natin, even the low market cap. Although it's a Refinitiv report, so lagi siyang ina-update. So connected siya kay Refinitiv. So makakaasa kayo na accurate yung nilalabas doon sa report na yun.
All right, so next follow-up question po tayo. Ano daw ang indicative subscription price for PSE Equip Premium?
So for PSE Equip Premium, we offer a 2,800 pesos annual subscription. So for monthly, we offer 275 pesos per month. Ayun.
All right, thank you so much, Miss Angge. Now for our next question, we're going back into the more technical questions yet again. So whoever's ready, what holds more value when trading in the financial market? So Sir Aaron, is it technical or fundamental? And can you also invest or trade by looking only at the current price action?
Ako sasagot, no? Ah, fundamentals and technicals. Okay, so kung anong kailangan hanapin, fundamentals and technicals. As we have shown you kanina, no? Yung fundamentals and technicals are methods to know different things. Okay, so if you want to manage your risk na ang bibilin mong kumpanya is pangit, di kumikita, wala masyadong pera, daming utang, medyo hindi mabait ang management, then kailangan ng mag-company analysis, which is part of fundamentals, di ba? Kung gusto mong i-protect yourself from buying too expensive na stock, no? Then you have to know valuation, di ba? So, kasi historically, kapag talagang ang presyo ng stock is sobrang mataas na, no, compared sa value ng kumpanya para sa isang shareholder, time na lang ang inaantay bago siya bumagsak. Ay, no? So talagang very risky siya, no? And of course, as far as the technical analysis is concerned, yan nakikita rin natin, 'di ba? Kahit na 50% na ang upside ng Ali, bumabagsak pa rin. Kahit na may buyback program ang SM Prime, bumabagsak pa rin, no? So talagang merong factor ang sentiment. 'Di ba? Meron talagang factor ang sentiment. Pero mo laki ng laki ng buyback ng buyback program ng SM Prime, but still the market is at best moving sideways, 'di ba? No? So may something, and again, we can gauge that whatever that is that's causing that sentiment, no, na mag-move sideways yung presyo, no, from what we see in the stock chart, no. So it's an and, it's not an or, no. If you are to prioritize one, no, then it has to be something na kanbawa kung ipa-prioritize mo ang fundamental analysis and valuation, yun ang forte mo, yun ang leanings mo, mas naniniwala ka na dapat aralin ko ang kumpanya at valuation, hindi ako titingin ng charts, pwede yon, pwede. Basta handa ka lang ng parang gantong nangyayari sa ngayon, no? Parang ang ganda naman ng mga kumpanya at sobrang mura na pero hindi lumakyat. Okay, so do you have the time and do you have the money to average down kung sakaling bumaba pa? Then you can focus on fundamentals and valuation only, di ba? Kung sakali naman na technicals lang ang tinitingnan mo, charts lang, wala kang pakialam kung maganda ba yung kumpanya o pangit, wala kang pakialam kung mura ba yan or mahal, hindi ka nagva-valuation. Charts lang ang tinitingnan mo, pwede ba? Pwede. No, pwede rin. Pero again, parang yung mga horror stories in the past, no? Taas ng volume, ang lumilipad yung presyo, sobrang laking green candle, no? Tapos next day may disclosure, suspended. Diba, no? Suspended yung stock. Tapos hanggang ngayon, no? Hanggang ngayon, suspended pa rin. Hindi pa na-delist, suspended pa, pero hindi maipit yung mga stockholders. Diba, no? So, may ganung risk, no? Bakit? Kasi may ginawang something yung mga management nila. So, yung management, evaluation is part of fundamentals, hindi mo inaral yon dahil nag-focus ka sa price action. Yung price action, maganda yung signal, binili mo, hindi pa nagbabago. Naalala ko yun kasi ceiling nung araw na yon, tapos kinabukasan, hindi mo na matrade. Okay, ceiling nung previous day, tapos ngayon, hindi mo na matrade kasi suspended siya. So parang gano'n. So yun yung mga risk na nirarun mo kung charts ka lang, di ba? So kung kaya mong i-manage yung risk nung hindi mo ginagawang method, then pwede. But if you want to manage the risk from different fronts, then you have to do different approaches then, which again, fundamental analysis and valuation for that purpose, no? And again, for another purpose, yung technical analysis. May second question pa ba? Or covered na ba yun?
Okay na po, sir.
Okay na. Okay, thank you.
Perfectly covered. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sir Aaron. So for our next question, I think I'd like to ask all of our speakers to answer really quickly. So maybe you each can answer this question briefly. So which feature of PSE is the most helpful for retail investors? All right. So again, which features of PSE Equip are the most helpful for retail investors? So first, unahin po natin si Ms. Angge. Ms. Angge, which features do you think are the most helpful?
Personally, it's the Refinitiv Stock Reports Plus. Kasi nandun na lahat ng details na kailangan mo eh. From the average score, like Sir Aaron explained a while ago. And lagi siyang yung updated stats niya. So if you want an in-depth analysis talaga of the company you are planning to buy or sell, it's the Refinitiv Stock Reports Plus for me. Also, may mga investors din tayo na ginagamit talaga yung report na yun for them to make an informed decision before buying or selling a stock.
All right, very well said. Thank you, Ms. Angge. Now for the same question, Sir Epoy, what do you think is the feature of PSE Equip that you think will be the most helpful for retail investors?
Well, I think I'll be very biased dun sa advanced chart widget ng TradingView. Also to add also the Refinitiv reports, because I've been to part of Refinitiv as well way back. So I guess take advantage of the information. I'm not here really to provide tips or recommendations, because I don't want to even professional advice. But I would say that try to maximize the TradingView advanced chart widget and the comprehensive market data, especially for retail investors. Because, like what I mentioned earlier, and also Sir Aaron, sobrang dami yung pwede kasing tingnan eh. Hindi lang indicators, hindi lang mga fundamentals, but nagdedepende talaga sa investor kung paano niya titingnan yung kanyang yung mga information sa PSE Equip. So yeah, that's only my take on that.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Epoy. And last but not the least, Sir Aaron, what is your take on this? What is your best feature that's helpful for investors today?
Favorite ko talaga yung screener. Yung screener, no? Although again, I'll be honest. I think a lot of work still needs to be done, no? And again, this is a very, very good project of PSE, no? Yung Equip. Pero amongst the platform na nagamit ko na in the past at ginagamit ko ngayon, no? Very rare yung screener type. Na may mga sorting, may mga maraming mga fields, ganyan, no? Pero yung screeners are siguro isa or dalawa pa lang ang nakikita ko na gano'n, no? So if you can do it better, then definitely that would be a value, no? Malaking tulong, no, para sa mga retail investors. Maganda yung Refinitiv, no? Kaya lang isa-isang kumpanya kasi, no? So pag nandun ka pa lang sa mamimili ka kung ano ang pagpipilian mo, maganda yung screener, no? Tapos ang next step na doon, kung hindi mo naman gusto na pagdaanan pa yung mga iba, no, Refinitiv. Yung report na parang one-stop shop, no, for information, daming laman.
All right, thank you so much, Sir Aaron, for that wonderful answer. And now for our final question for this evening. Does PSE Equip have courses to enroll in order to become a good stock investor? Don't worry, speakers, I will answer this question for you. Actually, guys, we have a learning platform for PSE. It's called PSE Academy. We are actually we have upcoming projects for that. Actually, this coming month, we'll be releasing a free online course featuring Sir Aaron also and all of our other partner teachers to be able to learn more about investing. So we have a lot of topics from beginner topics to intermediate to advanced. So abangan po natin yon kasi madami pa po kaming projects laid out for you for the coming year. All right, so that was our Q&A portion for today. Once again, thank you so much. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa ating speakers for today for sharing their knowledge and of course, being with us here today. If nabitin po kayo guys sa ating Q&A session, wag na po kayo mag-aalala. You can contact us and our guest speakers for further follow-up questions. You will be finding their contact details in the chat box down below. All right, now that we are done with our current Q&A, I think it's time for a quick photo op with our speakers here today. All right, very perfect. Congratulations for our photo shoot for today. Guys, thank you so much for coming. If you enjoyed this webinar and want to stay updated with the latest stock market news, pwede nyo naman po kami i-follow sa aming social media platforms. We are the Philippine Stock Exchange on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. As you can see here on the screen, we are the Philippine Stock Exchange on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X. And of course, kung gusto nyo makakita ng interesting content, we'd also like to invite you to subscribe to PSE's TikTok channel for bite-sized investing tips, market trends, and exclusive updates. Makikita nyo ako dyan because PSE's on TikTok. All right, we'd also like to invite you to subscribe to a lot of other things. We have here some ideas on stock market and disclosure updates through PSE's Viber channel. Of course, we have a Viber community where you have all of the information we have for trading for the day. At sabi ko nga kanina, kung gusto niyong mag-aral at patuloy na mag-aral, pwede rin kayong bumisita sa PSE Academy website at pseacademy.com.ph. If you want to gain access to free tools na makakatulong sa inyong pag-aaral tungkol sa stock market, you can also learn more about our market education initiatives through this platform because PSE Academy keeps you posted on all of our PSE-related events. At kung kulang pa rin at gusto nyo pa rin magtanong, you can also send other inquiries and reach PSE's Market Education Department, that's us, via academy@pse.com.ph. And of course, for our final plug this afternoon, don't forget to register for First Metro Securities Guided Investor Fearless Trader webinar series hosted by none other than Mr. Aaron Sai. Thank you so much, Metro Securities. And of course, that is all the time that we have here for today. We are so grateful for everyone that's here, that's still here. And of course, maraming salamat po to all our viewers for today's webinar. On behalf of the exchange, we hope that you had a great time and learned a lot from our speakers. A round of virtual applause for our speakers. Again, thank you, Ms. Angge, Sir Epoy, and Sir Aaron. And of course, once again, this has been Isha Bakiran, your host for this evening. Enjoy what's left of your Thursday and goodbye, everyone. That is a wrap. Thank you.